Okay. So that's part of the practice. Let's see. Anybody have any questions on anything from the second section? So I want to go back to the second section and review, as part of the practice, the let's see, second section. Brace the tiger. What did we do last week? Embrace the tiger.
You reviewed,
We did
you
fist under.
reviewed, we reviewed that, but we reviewed something before that too. I'm trying to remember. We reviewed two things. Fist under elbow was one.
Fist under elbow. Let me think. Well, let's look at step back repulse monkey. We'll just go through them. I can't remember what else we did. So let's look at step back repulse monkey, and then that'll be part of our practice and still review. All right. So step back repulse monkey we do from here. We do 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So let me see you do it. From fist under elbow. Step back, repulsing monkey. 1, 2, 3. Okay, go ahead and do it again on your own. Okay.
Mike, can you see me?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I can see you do the first one. Then you kind of go outside of the
Oh.
frame. I can see you do 1 and almost 2, all of 2. All right, let me quickly go through it and just explain a little bit, and then I'll watch you do it again. So for fist under elbow, this is how I like to do it. I'll try to make it look like lined up. Okay, so here I'm lined up to the straight direction, my 2 hands in the center. And look, my right hand is making this shape, not this shape, like this, in a little bit. Okay, so make it that's it, a curve, okay, but a fist. There you go. So 1 curve. This is the kind of like the pushing straight shape down and up, and this one is the ward off shape, okay, but with a fist. And the hands, both hands are in the center, okay. Don't leave a space here. They need to be kind of one in front of the other, and the one is say lined up with your elbow, and the other one is in front, okay. And sometimes people do it. So how do you do that? You look at my body. If you look at me, I'm pointing straight this direction. My chest is pointing over here towards the corner. Okay, basically diagonal, not square. If you get too square, then you have to bend this arm really to point at your elbow. That's too much bent. It needs to be open. You need to turn your body, and then your arms can be both extended towards the front, okay, or the straight direction, and not bent too much. See? Can you see? So that's the shape. Yeah. So don't be careful. Don't be square. You have to be just turn. We say open. Okay, your body open to the side. Okay, the corner. Then you can extend your right arm and not have to bend it too much. Otherwise, your hands kind of end up, one is under the other. Okay, they're both the same amount in front of you. You need your left hand to be in front, just from turning your body. Okay, so that's the beginning. That's the beginning. And I'll say one more thing. The shape is like this. Look at my left hand. Try to get it, see, so you can see it on the background. Like this. Your fingers point up. Okay, it's not just like this. Fingers point up. That's what we call lifting hand. Lifting hand has your fingers at the end pointing up, and that is showing The meaning of it is that you've grabbed them by the wrist and twist it and lift it up, that you're using your hand. Sometimes we don't have that, like in raised hands or hand scrub salute, we're like this. We're not using this hand, we're using our arm to hit them, okay? You're grabbing with this hand, but for the front hand, it's not using the hand. The fingers don't point up. But when you're using the hand, then the fingers point up. Okay, so step back, well, what is it? Stand on one leg, golden rooster, fingers point up. This one, fingers point up. What else is there? There's another one, I think. But so we have to be careful there, all right? So don't just have it too much straight with your arm. This one, turn at your wrist to make your fingers point up. Okay, then I like to count it like this. One, I'm going to circle my right hand. On one, you shift back. Let's try to show my feet. You shift back and your toe comes up. One, shift back and your toe comes up. You take the weight off of it. At the same time, you turn your front palm up. Okay, at the same time, you circle your hand down. You can open your hand coming down. You can see that fist. So down and back and turn your palm up. Two, your hand comes up to level, basically, and palm facing out. And that's the same time that you step. Two. Three, you bend it in front of your shoulder and you put your heel down. So you're still shifting a little bit. And then four, your heel touching is like a trigger. Then you explode out your striking hand. Strike and turn your body. Okay, turn your body and strike. But we're doing two things. We're striking, and I think everybody's doing it. We're striking, and this left hand, the front hand, is pulling down to your hip. So you pull them and strike them together, okay? So hopefully, if you have a hold of them and you pull, they'll go like, okay, then they will be more able for you to hit them, okay? If you just try hitting someone, they're gonna stand there, you go to hit them, what are they gonna do? They're gonna like try to stop you from hitting them. But when you're yanking on them, then they'll be more like, trying to keep their balance or reacting to that. And that's when you strike them, when they're not gonna be able to stop you. Okay, so here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is that. Then, okay, from, I'll do it sideways. The next one, here's how I count it. 1, circle down, palm up, toe up, okay, shifting to get your toe up. 2, circle hand up and step, touch with your toe. 3, put your heel down, put your hand in front of your shoulder. 4, strike out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, circle down, toe up, palm up. Oh, I'm sorry. 2, hand up, toe, step back. 3, heel down, hand in front of your shoulder. 4, shift all the way back, turn your front foot to point straight, and strike. We turn, remember, you've done the second section. When you're like this, when you shift back and turn on the heel, keep the front of your foot down. Don't shift back now, that's too far back. You do shift back, but you need to stop here where your foot is still kind of flat and weight on the heel. If you strike and go back and your toe comes up, now you're like kind of unstable. You need to keep the 30% weight on your front foot. So those are the parts. That should be just review for everyone. All right. So let me see you do it from fist under elbow, and I'll count it that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I'll watch you do it. Ready? 1, circle and shift back and hand down. 2, hand up to your shoulder height and pump. Okay, and then 3, shift back and push out, strike out, and pull to your hip. Okay, 1, circle your left hand down and toe up, palm up. 2, step back and your left hand comes up, but it's still sticking out. 3, hand in front of your shoulder, put your heel down. 4, strike out and pull to the hip. Okay, on your own, let me see you do it. I'm having trouble calling it, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. All right, let me show it to you and see if what I just said you can see. So from here, circle down, toe up, palm up. Circle up, step. Heel down, hand in front of your shoulder. Shift back and strike and pull. Palm up, circle down your hand, just to here so far, not all the way back up yet. Stepping with your hand coming up, move your front foot to the back. Put your heel down with bending your elbow. Strike out with shifting and pulling. Then circle down, step in front of your shoulder, strike. Now, after you get used to it, then you can just do it without thinking too much about it. So it's like circle, step, strike, circle, step, strike, circle, step, strike. But I would like you to have the feeling that when you circle your arm up, that's when your leg is moving. So you touch when your hand is out to the side and your leg is back. They're both extended at that point, see? And then when you root, then you get ready to strike. And then with turning, keep turning, strike out and pull together, pulling. You might have a better feeling for the shifting back here, and then here, back and pull. And put your emphasis on pulling them with your front hand and shifting back, because that makes sense. The striking is with some turning, and even if you shift back, you can still turn, right? It's sort of it's not connected. But the pulling comes with the shifting. See, shift and turn. That's where they're more connected with your weight shifting. Right? The striking is just connected to the body turning, which is backwards, right? When we do the knee brush, we do the same thing right here, and we step, and then when we strike, we do have striking, we do have the body turning to strike, but you also have your back leg, right? It's going in the same direction, so you can put your back leg into it. Here, when you shift back, you can't put your shifting into it, you're going away. So, so you might need, since you're going away, you might need to hold on to them and bring them with you. Otherwise, you're going away from them. So when you're pulling them towards you, see, then relatively, you're still going forward, kind of with your hand to strike them. Where normally you go away, you go like this, now they're back there, and you can't hit them, right? So they're coming towards you, you grab them, you shift back, and you strike them, and you keep them coming towards you. Don't let them dodge. Okay, well, that's a review. What do you think? Is anything different? Every time we teach it, we try to do it a little different. Okay, so maybe you're noticing that. Okay. All right, well, we'll go and review then what we did last week. Last week, we did Fair Lady Works Shuttles #1. Okay, and here was the review part again. From single whip, we're going to shift back and turn to the corner direction. And at the same time, our left hand's going to turn and have a kind of scooping feeling, okay? So you want this, that shape, to scoop kind of. Then when you shift back too, you're going to shift back and pull it back and step and open your hand and start to turn your right arm. 3, you're going to shift forward and cross your arms. Now all your weight's not on the back. All your weight's on the front leg, okay? And they're crossed. Point to the corner, you're still looking at the corner. 4, you're going to separate and step at the same time. You're going to ward off forward and bring your hand by your shoulder, keep it palm up. And then 5, bend your front leg and strike out and finish warding off. And everything faces the corner. Okay? All right, so let's try it together. I'll do it with you a couple times, and then I'll watch you do it. Good. 1, back, turn to the corner. Your arm points to the straight direction, your right arm. 2, finish scooping back and pull it back to the left and step. 3, fold all the way onto your right foot and cross your arms, passing palm, point at the corner with your right arm. 4, separate and step out with your left foot. Your left foot, your right foot, your right arm, your left arm, your front arm, still ward off shape. Then 5, strike out, reverse strike. That's just like the knee brush strike. You just like the step back and post monkey strike. But your left hand goes higher. Okay, it goes up here. No, you're too, I think you're in front of your face, actually. Higher. High. Yeah, it's like white crane spread his wing high. There you go. You're above your forehead height. Okay. Okay, one more time. All right. 1, back, turn, back, and step, cross, and step, and separate, strike. Okay. All right, let me see you do it. Let me just watch you. I won't call it, I don't think. I'll just watch you do it. All right, go. Okay, just keep doing it. Do it multiple times. Okay. It's very much feeling like a parent closing up. This feeling, okay? It's like a parent closing up. All right, stop. Okay, see, here's something we're leaving out, maybe some of us. Okay, so I'm here. Look at my left hand now. I'm gonna go back and turn. I'm gonna swing it around. And then when I shift back, it's gonna scoop towards me and to the left. I'm gonna do this, okay? Like I'm gonna gather something in my arm, okay? But pull it to the left. So that here, again, back and turn. It's easy to go like this and just kind of keep it over here and then just put my right arm in front of it. But then my left arm isn't doing anything. So I need to pull it back to the left. Then when my right arm comes in, look, it can go together. They can do passing palm together. All right. Sometimes we don't need the right arm to participate, but we at least need this. This is a passing palm. This is not passing palm. Okay. That's just moving my other arm. This arm is not doing it. This arm needs to show thrusting under, palm up. So pull it back and then thrust it under, okay? Under and forward and up, okay? So your hand is gonna go and turn into palm to the side in big scooping motion. Then it's gonna come back, then your palm's gonna go under your right arm and then forward and then up. And when it goes up, it's going to be turning smoothly to face out. Okay, so the rest of the time, all the rest of the time is staying palm in, basically. Okay, then it's kind of palm up, still palm in. And then up, and turn. When it goes above your shoulder, we rotate it to face out. Okay, let me see you do it. Okay, Lorraine. Okay, Lorraine. I'll do it one more time. Let's see. Okay, well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So I would just have you remember that here we're going to the straight direction, and then we're going to turn to this corner. Our right arm is going to point to this straight direction. We're going to keep it there, and then when they pass, then they're going to point at the corner and then stay addressing the corner. Okay, from then on. But sort of control your right arm, because if all I did was turn my body from this corner, my right arm would point over here to this back corner. Okay, so I need to stop that. I need to stop it till it points straight and keep it straight direction. Okay, and then this is a good amount open, and then I can just close it 45 degrees. Okay, so just control the right arm. Berlin?
Yeah. Am I on mute?
No. we can hear you.
No. Okay. All right. So when you're doing the when you're here,
Yeah.
how flat up is the palm and how cross does it get?
I think that, we're like this, facing the sides fine, facing the sides fine. When you pull it back, I would say here, I can only turn it this much, okay? Basically,
Yeah.
I can't make it palm up. Then when I go here, I can get it to be more palm up. I would just say take the stack out. It's not in the middle somewhere. It should be turned the thumb direction, okay? Kind of reasonably, okay? Not as much as you can, but just a reasonable thing so there's no slack. You turn to here, you turn to there. It should be here, not just in the middle. So
Okay.
basically, when you start doing it here, it just sort of feels, it's not palm up, because that could be palm up here. So it's palm just to the side. And once you scoop it, bring it back, it turns to be basically palm, the feeling of palm up, even though it's not really palm up, okay? So
Okay.
then from here, it's gonna stay basically palm up and then turn palm out.
And how far under are you going?
My hand is going, I think, but when you separate, I think you separate over the middle of your arm, right? So
Okay.
I would say you get to here and then you're like this, point at the corner, only my hand really is going under there. But once I step, I can put my left arm cross it at the middle of my left arm. Okay, middle of my left forearm. Yeah, you don't want to just use your hand for it. So
Because
you
your body turns into the arm like that when it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Let
okay.
it pass more as you step and turn your body, because here your body points to the straight direction and you're looking at the corner. Okay, so pass it over your arm. And that's what we usually do. When you do ward off, you pass the middle of your arm. We use the middle of the arm as the energy point, usually for some. Your hands are good for striking or grabbing, and twisting, because you have to grab them, right? So if you grab them, use your hand. But if you're going to try to put some kind of leverage, you don't want to do it go through another joint, right? So you don't want to do it on your hand and just have your hand fail. You do it on your arm. Okay, so arm. So here we're going to separate, and the energy point, they're doing something, or they have something, or whatever it is. Their hand, maybe some other weapon, I don't know. But you're lifting it up. So again, we're not going to use the hand. We're going to use the arm and lift it up out of the way and strike them. Okay. So use our arm. Our arm, hopefully, the outside of our arm. I think the inside is where the blood is, the veins and stuff. If the bones are here, if they cut you, hopefully, you could survive that. You don't want to be cut on the inside from it. Okay, so keep that part sitting out and then lift it up and get it out of the way. And basically, you're just using the outside of your arm. Okay,
Thank you.
Lorraine?
Can you call out the footwork that goes with the arms?
Oh, okay. So, one, we're going to do back and turn and point towards the corner, basically, as much as you can. It's like single whip turning, only the opposite direction. Okay, but it doesn't really matter too much where it is, because it's just a temporary thing. Then we're going to shift back and we're going to just pick up our foot, our heel first and toe, and then just put it back in the same place. But now our toe points open to the straight. Okay, we're stepping towards the corner. And then our arms are separated like this. When you go and put all your weight on it, your arms cross. Okay. And then when they separate, that's when you step. You step and you're on the heel here, okay? And then with striking, you'll heel, ball, toe, strike. Bend your knee. Heel, ball, toe, bend your knee, and strike together. Okay?
Thank you.
The number 1 and number 3 of these fair ladies, and we talked about this last week, that it has this separate and step together. So it feels like your whole body turning, basically, and your arm extends. okay? And get your right hand ready, and then the right side comes out. The left side comes all the way out, then the right side comes out, which is different than the knee brush I said last week. You go like this, and your left leg comes forward, your hip goes forward, but you're still turned away, right? So here the lower body is going first, and then it kind of wound up. Then you unwind, okay, into it. So the legs go first, and then the upper body. But here they go together. Together, your whole body, your shoulder and your hips are turning, and then you go in your bow stance and just use your upper body turning, your waist turning. Okay. Okay, so that's the number one review of fair lady number one. Today we'll do number two. Okay. Number two, I'll show it first. Let's see, I think only Sandra doesn't know it, I think. So we're gonna do it like this. Back and push down. Then we're gonna turn and shift back and turn, passing palm. And then we're gonna ward off up and strike. Okay. So let's look at the footwork first. The footwork is something like, it's something like turn and chop with fist, which is the opposite direction turning of fair lady, of single whip, right? Single whip is a 180-degree turn. So if I was going to turn over here, then I would go like this, back and turn, point my toes straight, and then step for a bow stance, okay, and that would be 180-degree turn. But I don't want to go here, I want to go over here, well, another 90 degrees, 135 degrees, okay? So that is then something like, but smaller than what we do for diagonal flying. So for diagonal flying, we're like this, and we go here, we circle, but my toe points to this corner over here. And I close my arms, and I step, and I point at the corner, and then I strike to the corner direction, okay? That's like, my footwork is 180 degrees. Is that right? My left foot's gonna, no, that's not true either. My left foot points here, and I'm gonna end up over here in a bow stance in this corner. But my left foot started to this other corner. So the left foot is not turning 180 degrees either, but you can see kind of where it starts and stops. It's gonna point to the straight direction. It's gonna do 90, and that's 135. I was wrong about the other one. The whole thing is 180 plus 90. What is that? 270. Okay. Anyway, this one we're going to end up in with our foot pointed straight direction, and we want to step kind of like diagonal flying and close 90 degrees your left foot. So this is easier stepping than diagonal flying. Diagonal flying is this really big step with your feet pointed 180 degrees apart, and then go into a bow stance. Here, we're going to start with our left foot pointed straight. Try to see, you see it. Can you see it? My left foot pointing straight ahead. And then I'm going to turn and step. So it's like the diagonal flying, but easier, smaller. Let's do the footwork first. All right, so I'm going to be a bow stance to this corner. I think this is the right corner, 130 corner. And I'm going to go to 1030 corner at the end. I'm going to shift back and turn and point at 6 o'clock with my left foot. And I'm all the way on my right leg, all right? And my leg's kind of twisted to be able to do it. Then I'm going to sit back, pick up my heel and my toe, bring them in, and I'm turning my body, keep turning my body, step towards the corner, and put my foot down, and then go into a bow stance and close my left foot to point to straight. Let me point the camera down a little bit because I'm too far away. Okay. All right, so let's look at it again. So from this corner, back, turn, point it straight, back, bring my foot in and step out, step out to the corner, and then close my left foot. So I have a bow stance. The hard part, just like diagonal flying, will be the step where at the end, when you close your back foot, you have a good bow stance. Here, if I point this toe, my back toe to the corner also, they're separated. They're not lined up. Okay. But do what you can do to start with. Don't worry about it too much. That's the footwork. Can you do that?
Mhm.
Is it easy? Okay. Hello. 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 Okay, easy. All right. All right, this is what the hands do. It's going to do this. I'll show you this direction. I'm over here. I'll show you this direction. I'm over here striking to the corner. I'm going to sit back and push down. My hands are going to go connect to my body. When I sit back, I'm going to lean a little bit. I guess I'm already leaning this direction. I'm going to sit back and maybe lean some more. Anyway, a little bit, and I'm going to feel this kind of like clamping down. Okay, from here, my left arm is going to come out and here. You imagine the line from your center towards the corner, and your hands are on that line. So here's the line. Here's the line from my center to the corner. I can't do it. Here I'm striking. Here I'm ward off. Here I'm striking. When I sit back, I'm going to go and push on this line, and then this hand's going to come down on the line also. Imagine that's their arm. Okay, so this is their wrist. My right hand on the wrist. The left hand near the elbow. Okay, and it's going to my center line towards the corner, and the two hands pushing down onto that. Okay, so their arm is coming. You kind of go and you push on it. You touch it. Okay, my left fingers look. My left fingers point at my right fingers point at my left forearm. Okay, they're both on that line. Can you imagine that? They're both one. Here's the line. They're both on my line going to the corner. They're both on that line. So one is closer to me, one is further away. All right. So that's it. From here, clamp down with the left hand, basically. Okay. And they're the same level now. Okay. That's the first thing. That's getting their arm. The second thing, I'm going to turn now to make my turn. I'm going to go and I'm going to imagine grabbing them with my right hand and pull. Okay. So from here, clamp down and then turn, pull, and point your toe to straight, my body to straight, my hands in a curve, my hands point straight. Okay. Now I'm going to step to this back corner. When I do that, I'm going to continue, I'm going to bend my left arm and I'm going to get ready to do the passing palm. So when I shift back, I'm going to be bending my right arm. When I step, I'm going to do the passing palm. My arm points kind of over here to straight now. And then when I go into my bow stance, I'm going to ward off towards the corner. I'm going to be turning to the right. And then my left hand's going to strike out. So it looks like this from here. As I shift and turn, my hands are going to palm up, and then they're going to pass, and I'm going to step. And my body turning, I'm going to basically just have my left arm just follow my body turning, but it's going to turn palm up. Okay, near the end, I need to point, I'm going to bend it a little bit. I need to point it kind of towards the corner, right? And then I'm going to ward off, and my body kind of come closer to my hand. It's going to bend, but it'll be better. Okay, you can still imagine separate and strike. Okay, you can still imagine separate, strike. That's fine. You could do it that way. That's basically what you're doing with respect to your body. In the end, when you get that far, if you could passing palm, and then as you ward off, you're moving towards the corner, let that bend your hand. Don't look like bending it so much. And then come out and strike. Hide it a little bit, but don't worry about that right now. So separate and strike, but this one is different than the number one and the number one. We step when we do the passing palm. So here, I'll show it again. I'm gonna do here and passing palm and step. My feet are gonna go first. And then making my bow stance, I'm gonna ward off and strike out and close my foot, okay? So that's the difference between the second and the first one. The first one has your left arm and your left leg together and then strike. And this one has cross and step. You step first, okay, before your arm doesn't ward off with stepping. Is that it? That's the pieces. So let's try. I'll do it with you and talk about it, and then I'll watch you do it. All right, so from here. 1, back and push down along the line from your center. 2, turn to the square and pull, okay? Both arms extend to this 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Then shift back and start to do your passing palm. Shift back and passing palm and step. Then ward off, bend your knee a little. And now when you strike, turn your left foot to point to the 9 o'clock. Strike, turn. Oh, that's like diagonal flying. All right, that's apart from diagonal flying. Okay, again. 1, back and push down. 2, pull. 3, back and circling my right hand, passing palm and step. 4, ward off, strike, bow stance. Okay. So if you look at the parts, just the hands, the number 1, we went like this, and we went here, and we went here, ward off, strike. And in this one, you go here and passing palm, ward off, strike. Those basically the same. It's the same things. It's not exactly aligned with the footwork the same way, just because it's not easy to step out and do the ward off in that big turn, right? So we need to step first, but otherwise, they're similar and they are doing the same thing. All right, so try it again. 1, back and push down. 2, big turn. 3, passing palm and step. 4, ward off and strike. Okay, let me see you do it. Okay, go. Back and push down. Then turn and pull. Turn halfway and then sit back. Keep turning, passing palm and step. Good. And then ward off and strike. Going into your bow stance to the corner. Okay. Okay, again. Okay. 1, back and push down. 2, turn and pull. 3, shift back and circle your right arm to do the passing palm. Passing palm and step. 4, bow stance and ward off and strike. Okay. Well, on your own then, do it a few times. Circle your arm and step. Okay. Okay, stop. Let me tell you something. For the Fair Lady Work shuttles, they are going to be done like chest high and above, okay? We're not going to circle down. So when we do ward off, we go like this, and we close our arms like this, right? And then we do up, lift up. We do ward off, lift up, okay? From down to up. For this one, the idea of the shuttles, I don't know, do you know what shuttles are? Weaving shuttles? Sandra, you know how to weave? So they have a big rack, and the rack goes like this, you know, and when it goes one way, then there's somebody at the end, they go like this, they throw the shuttle, and it zooms across, right? And then they pull it and tie it, I think, and then they go ka-chunk the other way, and then they throw the shuttle. So this throwing the shuttle back and forth, okay, is the idea, okay? So there's a story, but all Chinese people know the story already. So, but it's something like it's a similar to and it's not similar. Yeah. Anyway, whatever. It's a fairy story. The So from here, see, I'm going to turn. I'm going to bring my arm back. It's going to stay high. I'm going to do passing palm. See, it's not going to drop down. This one I'm going to do for the second one. I'm going like this, and I'm going to keep it up high and passing palm and ward off and strike. So be careful. It's easy for this one to go and drop it because we're used to getting in this hold the ball shape. All right, it's going to stay high. Okay, so don't drop it. So when you bring it, after you pull, you're going to bend your elbow and turn your palms up. But see, keep both arms up, and then passing palm. See, we're just going to keep it chest high and above. All right, circle it like at chest height. Now see, you dropped it there. Don't drop. You're dropping it and bringing it back up, just like this, like this. No, this right hand, look, like this. No, not down, like this. Yeah, that's better. See, so how do we do a pair closing up? We do a pair closing up like this, right? From pair block and punch, we go and we keep it chest high and under, and then okay. So that's what this is. The Fair Lady Wears Shuttles are that kind of thing here, like this. Okay, that's the passing palm. Passing palm is at your chest height and under your arm and forward and up, okay? That's the passing palm, like this, okay? Like, so for instance, if you want to do ward off to somebody, you grab them and then their arm is up here somewhere. So if you swing your arm down, you're swinging it up kind of till you touch them and then you could do something, okay? Or basically, okay, that's kind of the idea. Their arm could be somewhere, anywhere in here, and you're getting under it and coming up under it. But for this one, we don't have that. We don't have that scooping up motion in it. We just have this. So this one is more like they grab you. This is a parent closing up. They grab you. You go like this, and then just get a hold. Change it to the other arm. Give them this arm. Get your left arm in there, okay? And then here, kind of try to separate them that way. Here, we're not so much trying to separate them as just to lift up. But still, there could be the separating, I guess. But to do that, so just small, it's kind of smaller. So this is a bigger open and close your arms thing is kind of a big thing to do. And for all these big movements, we make this big circle. But if they grab you, we just kind of go like this, okay? You wouldn't. There's no reason. They have a hold of your wrist. They have a hold of you, basically. There's no reason for you to go down here. Now, when you grab them, we're doing it. I guess maybe we could do it bigger to smaller, kind of. But here, they grab you. This is one part. Is just this turning. Turning is something even, okay? And then, so this kind of feeling, okay? This circle. Can you do that circle? Look at, yeah. Okay, hold on. The other way. Look, the bottom one goes across your chest and forward, like this. Okay, so that's the left hand, that's right. And they're both going, they're both going counterclockwise. You keep the one hand on top and the left hand stays on the bottom, the right hand stays on the top. Now we go the other direction, okay? That's the one we're doing for number 2. It's gonna go clockwise. Clockwise. Yes. Higher though. You're too low. Higher. See? Chest high. There you go. So the 2 circles, one over the other, clockwise. The right hand under. There you go. Yeah, so that's the feeling making this circle. It's not the down and up circle, okay, that we do for ward off. It's this circle, which we've done in a parent closing up, so you can do the left one. You're doing this counterclockwise one because you do that in a parent close up. We don't have that circle in another movement. So but it's the opposite of a parent close up. It's with your right arm. Okay. So it's clockwise, counterclockwise. Okay. So that's the energy of it. That's what I like to say. That's the energy. That's the circle that's going on. And look, you use your body to do it, okay, to propel it. Okay. You can feel how your body turning goes with your arms moving. Here I'm driving my turning left to get my right arm to the left, and then turn right to open it. And then turning to the left makes my left arm come back. So that drives it the other direction like that, okay? Get the energy. So when something's happening, you teach your body to do that kind of thing, then you can go, ugh. You could go, ugh. You could go, you know, your body is used to making those kind of movements, okay? And getting the energy to come out your arm. So we don't just do the arms because they're too weak. We need to train the body to move them, okay, move them around. Okay, we're almost out of time. Let's go back to from single whip, and we'll do number 1 and number 2, okay? Pair of legs. Let's see, the right direction is this direction for me, all right. So I can't see while I do it with you. Okay, fair leg 1, back, turn. Back and pull it in, step. Cross arms, separate, and strike. Okay, number 2, back and push down. Pull to 6 o'clock. Then passing palm and step, and ward off and strike. Okay. Okay, again. Single whip. Back, turn, gather, scoop in. Back and step. Passing palm and step. Strike. Shift back, push down, turn, pull. Keep your right hand moving in a circle, passing palm and step, ward off, and strike. One more time, and then I'm watching. Back, turn, scoop, and step. Passing palm and separate and step. Strike. Shift back and push down, pull, both arms point to 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Keep your right arm circling and passing palm and step, ward off, and strike. Okay, let me see you do it. That's 3 times we've done it so far, I think. So we'll do it another 3 times, maybe. You do it on your own. Go. Okay. Okay. Again. Okay. One more time. Keep it up. Keep your right hand up. Okay. All right, that's pretty good. Okay, so I just remind you of one thing again, is that from here, push down, turn, just point everything straight. Don't keep going over here with your arms. Just to here, then when you turn, bring your right hand back, and then passing palm, okay, then to this corner. So if you go too far to the right when you turn, then this hand's kind of not in the right place. All right, so here, and then with more turning, we'll keep turning. okay? It'll keep following your body turning. Your left arm stays kind of straight, right, till the end. I mean, as much as this is straight, it's not totally straight, it's Tai Chi straight. So this open, extended, and then they turn palm up, and then passing palm and ward off strike. Okay? And remember, when they do that, they stay chest high, okay?
Mhm.
Try not to drop the right hand. Lorraine, you saying something? You're muted. You're muted if you want to say something. Lorraine? Lorraine, you're muted. I thought you wanted to say, you want to say something? No? All right. Okay. Well, okay, we'll stop here. Thanks very much. And enjoy practicing. Next week, we're going to do the finish, okay? So next week will be a very tiny thing to finish Fair Lady. There's 4 of them. The 4th one is the same as what we just did. The 3rd one is similar, but not the same as the first one. So we'll learn that one. That will be the new thing, but it's small. And then we'll do the 4, and then we'll practice the whole thing, okay? I said we were going to take 3 weeks to do Fair Lady. Okay, so we'll finish it next week. And, you know, when I first started at this school back in 2000, we had a practice on Saturdays, and every week, this is what should we work on? Fair Lady Work Shuttles, every week. And finally, I said, okay, that's enough for the, every week for like 6 weeks, we're just trying to get it. But that's too much. So we learn it, practice it on your own. We don't have to practice it over and over, and we'll be better. We'll get better if we keep practicing it, and don't worry about it. It's hard. I had one of my students quit when we got to Fair Lady. She couldn't get it. She would forget this and quit. So I don't want you to feel that, okay? All the movements are kind of equally important. Actually, the easier ones, ward off and roll back, those are the most important. Single whip, important, okay? Fair Lady Work Shuttles is the hardest one to do, and physically hard to do maybe, but and it takes the longest to spend time on it to learn it. And but it's not more important than the other ones. So if you get it easily, that's great. And if you don't worry about it. You'll get it eventually. All right. All right. So thanks very much. See you guys next
Thank
week.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Penny, say bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, that's nice.